Hey guys, it's Miss Prandy and I am not with you today, but I'm leaving this video for your instruction. So let's go ahead and start out with Global. So you can see on our home page, you have this, should be in your page like this, is sub Friday, August 26th. So you can try Go Global for 3 to 5 minutes. That's all we need to spend on Global, and then let's move right in to our lesson. So pause the video so you can do Global. All right, now that you are back, let's take a look at today's activator. So today's activator, you can see you can link it right here, or you can go over here to the right and click it on activator 826. So everybody go to activator 826. You're going to use the map to answer each of the questions. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here. So when I open up my activator and I go to my preview mode, you'll see this is worth 8 points. You'll see that there is a map here on the page, and it says, what is the final destination of this map? So your task today is to read this map. So if you look closely, you can see that this is a map of Aiken, South Carolina. So something that's going on in Aiken, South Carolina. All right, so you have some choices here. Go on to your second question. Why do you think the map maker used so many different colors? So look at what your choices are and choose what is best. And then on number 3, this question says, take a look at the map above. Check all the choices that are highways. Okay, so go back and look at your map and see what lets you know something is a highway, and then check all of these that apply that are a highway. All right, so that is your activator. That should take us about 5 to 7 minutes. So let's stay on task with our assignments so that we can get things completed. All right, pause the video so that you can complete your activator. All right, now you're back and it is time to complete mapping elements. So you can see there's a link here so that you can go complete this. And basically you're going to be looking at some slides. The PowerPoint is there for you to see, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. Okay, so the other day we did the school scavenger hunt, and you guys told me that I didn't put enough stuff on the map so that it was efficient and effective. So that's what we want to talk about today. What are the important parts of a map? Okay, so your direction and scale. When I gave you guys your map, you had no idea how to even hold the map. So maybe if I would have put a compass rose on there, that would help you find direction. Scale helps us know distance. How far are things from one another? So when we looked at the building, we saw that the small boxes represented classrooms, the larger boxes represented like the library or the gym. Another thing that aligns with direction is orientation. Orientation is your relationship to the direction. So when I handed you the map and you turned it round and round, you didn't have an orientation. You did not know how to hold that map so that you could read it properly. So often we use the compass rose and the north direction to help us with our orientation. Also on a map that's very helpful is a date, a title, and an author. So the date helps us know whether or not it's relevant, if this is current information, or if we're looking at something that doesn't exist anymore. The title also helps us establish some credibility. So if it's like a kindergartner who's making this school map, we may not really believe that this school map actually has all the parts of our school there. Okay, but then when you know that the architect actually made this map, then you're more likely to believe it. So having your date, a title, lets you know what kind of map that is upon looking at it. And then your author gives you some credibility. This is the one that you guys really talked about, was symbols and legends. So symbols, we could have drawn a little fire hydrant where the fire extinguisher where it was, or maybe like a bathroom, like the boy or girl for the bathroom symbol. Those are things that help us to, maybe not have to write out words, or so that we can show where things are on a map more easily. And then labels definitely help us to recognize things. And you can see in this map here, they have several different types of things that they're doing. And then they also put it inside of a legend or a key, a map key or a legend. You guys had to put that on your autobiography map. And then here you can see things that are labeled. So places on this map, towns, cities, parks, those are actually labeled so you know what it is and where it is. Another thing that we often see on maps is what's known as a grid and index. So this is when you have the cross line. So you can see this is kind of like a coordinate graph. You guys do those in math. And so if I was to go to A1, I would be in this box right here and see what is in this box. Or you might go to C3 and there might be a country in here. So a lot of times you'll see a gridded map, like amusement parks often use gridded maps because it helps you to locate the ride you want to go to. Or maybe like a city might use a gridded map. Places that we're trying to help you find your way more easily might use a gridded map. And of course now with navigation systems, we don't use these as much as we did in the past. And then of course if you're going to use the gridded map, you must always have an index. So the index is a recording of what's located at all the different spots. So if you looked at C3, you would find Espanola. If you looked at C2, you would find Santa Fe. So it's listing what's located at each of the coordinates. So those are the parts of a map. Those are things that are important to have on your map to help it make the map more efficient and effective. So we're going to stop our video and go up to the link that I showed you here, the mapping elements. Okay, and from here, you're just going to match these. These are the things we just talked about. So when I go to this assignment, you don't need to watch the video because I just gave you the video. You're going to match, okay? So what were the things that we just talked about? You just simply drag this to the correct spot and match it, okay? So there's 11 there, so it take about 10 to 15 minutes. Probably won't even take you that long. All right, so one last thing for today. Once you have finished your types of maps, your map elements, you're going to come down to the bottom. The substitute's going to hand you a worksheet that has 2 maps on it. You have a miniature golf course and the Daredevil Dirt Bike Raceway. So you are going to use the clues below, so right here, Murphy's Miniature Golf Course, and follow these clues on your map. So it says place the castle just east of the 9th hole. So you're going to go to the miniature golf course, you're going to find the 9th hole, and you are going to draw a castle east of the 9th hole. Okay? And then you go on to the next direction. Make sure you're following the directions and doing what it says. Draw as best as you can so that we can at least tell what it is. All right, so you have 8 directions for Murphy's Miniature Golf Course. And then for the Daredevil Dirt Bike Raceway, you see the little track you have here. And here are the symbols that they have made for you to use. Oh, and here are the symbols too, sorry. So you can see what the castle looks like so you don't have to make it up yourself. That's good. All right, so here's your directions for your Daredevil Dirt Bike Raceway. So it says place trees west of Dust Devil Drive. So you're going to come up to your map, find Dust Devil Drive. So here is Dust Devil Drive, and I want you to put some trees west of this. Okay, so thinking about directions, it's giving you a compass rose up here so that you can find where to go. So use your tree symbol and add some trees there. All right, so you have 8 directions to follow for the Daredevil Dirt Bike Raceway. All right, when you are finished with these, I would like you to take a picture of each of them. If you don't have time to take the picture, or you're not getting a good image from your computer, then just hand them to the substitute. I want you to hand them to the substitute at the end of the period anyway. And if you don't get to turn them in, then I will help you do that when I come back on Monday. So if you're able to get the 2 pictures. I want you to turn it in as one submission. So that means you put picture, picture, and then come to using cardinal directions, and you can turn it in right here. So the same thing I just showed you is here on your assignment. Okay. And then if I go back to our page one more time, I did put a reminder for any of you who did not get your autobiography maps turned in. Remember, that was what we did about ourselves. We created an island, and the things on your island or that make up your island are the things about you, things you like, so on and so forth. You're supposed to turn it into the autobiography map and the autobiography map media album. So 2 places that we put that. We took a picture, we cropped it, and then we submitted that picture here. All right. If you have any questions, send me an email, and if I am available, I will email you back. All right. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday.